Friday. What's up, you Relentless Warriors, and happy Friday. Welcome back to Relentless Fit 365. In today's morning, end of the week Friday discussion, hope everyone's doing well. Rich people just can't buy this. Many of you probably know where I'm headed with this. Some people perhaps don't. An ad actually just came up. I'm not used to that these days. Totally threw me off my game. Hope you guys are doing well. But yeah, rich people just can't buy this. We'll get to that in just a second. But I just want to stop on this platform and say thanks for joining in. It's good to see you guys. Feel free to throw out all your questions and we'll have a little discussion. I'm going to talk for a little bit and then I'll go back and answer your questions when we're finished with my little spiel. But for the most part, I hope you guys are crushing it. I hope your goals are doing well. Many of you who have been on the platform know how the lives have been going. I've really been enjoying the superhero workouts. I'm certainly looking forward to later on today where Paprika is going to join in and we're going to be doing the Velocity HIIT workout. If you don't know who Velocity is, you need to look it up. It's a superhero who is amazing, and we're going to be hitting some of that. Hitting on HIIT. So no pun intended, but it's still cool nevertheless. Oh, so what is it? This is not going to be bashing rich people. This is not going to be bashing people who have money and who have fame and who have fortune. That's not what the intentions are about. This is not to try to discourage people if they want money to get it. People want money for certain reasons. People consider money in particular points of their life as where the importance level rests. And depending on your background, whether your culture, whether your religion, whether where you live, riches are going to be different to one person than they are to somebody else. Riches are certainly different in this country than they are in other countries. But what I will say is whatever riches are to you, whatever money is to you, the truth still translates the same on what we're going to talk about today. I'm not talking about in the means of just buying stuff, because a lot of times when we think of money, that's exactly what it is. And for the most part, that is perhaps the reason why I chose this as a subject. One of the favorite quotes I've always enjoyed was, being the richest man in the cemetery doesn't matter to me. And that was by the famous Steve Jobs of Apple computers. And obviously, everyone knows that at this point, Steve Jobs is now dead. Rest in peace, Steve Jobs. But at the same time, he had a different perspective of what money was, and ironically had a lot of it. One of the things he also mentioned is that you cannot pay somebody to take the place in the hospital bed for you. And that's what we're going to talk about today. That's not exactly in its entirety, but what it is suggesting is that some things just can't be purchased by money. And we're going to talk about that in just a moment. Hope everyone's doing well. Nice to see everyone joining in. Everybody coming from all over the place today because we're on YouTube and it's free today. I know I see comments constantly talking about wishing it wasn't on the platform, but I feel like I've made it in such a way where it's easy to reach. And hopefully more people will find their way on the platform. They will see the benefits of that in the future. Simply Amazing Kate joining in. AQ Chino, Ninja Nina, Lion Cub, Emma, Emelita in her platform name. Richard's in the house. It's fantastic to see you guys joining in. And Petra's here. I will take comments in just a moment. Ana Garcia. Ana, nice to see you. All right, so here's the deal. One of the things that often gets under my skin is when people try to use money as a reason why they cannot get into shape. Now, I'm not using this platform as a way to get some people to join the website. That's not the point. However, it is only $9.99 a month, and I'm not minimizing the $9.99, but many of you have made sacrifices because it was something that was important to you and you made it work. And that's the idea, is that fitness does not have to cost a lot of money. It is a myth that you have to have a lot of money to eat healthy. It is a myth that you have to have a personal trainer and that you have to have a fancy gym and fancy equipment to get into shape. If rich people could buy fitness, then we would see more rich people in better shape. Now, I'm not going to insult certain rich people that are famous, but let's just face, not every rich person looks like a Greek god or goddess. I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. My point is, you could have all the money in the world, you could have all the best personal training, you could have all the knowledge and surround yourself with all the healthy foods, and you can even have your own private chef, and it still comes down to what you do. I cannot pay somebody else to do my push-ups for me. I cannot pay somebody else to do my workouts and get myself into better shape and eat healthy for me, where I can just sit back, kick back, have a good time, live it up in Costa Rica or Acapulco or Fiji or any of these other cool places that are tropical, and I can sit by a beach and just, having some fun and living up life. No, I actually have to show some sort of ambition to get it done. I can't pay somebody to do it for me. And while most people will understand that, we will constantly look to money or lack thereof of money as an excuse as to why we're not into shape. Well, I can't really eat healthy because it costs so much money. Hey, go to the frozen vegetable aisle, and those flash frozen vegetables, last time I checked, are not expensive. You don't have to eat meat to be healthy. There's a lot of vegans out there, a lot of vegetarians out there that live a very lean, clean lifestyle and don't break the bank to do it. But I have to have meat. I understand meat's expensive, but if you're coming up with excuses, and money is one of them, I'm telling you that if you're willing to make sacrifices, you can actually save the money and still get into better health without spending a lot of it and breaking the bank. Now, do health foods often cost more? Only because we're lazy. And here's what I mean about that. And I'm going to refer to the country that I live and other countries that I'm familiar with when we get to fast food. Oh man, fast food. It makes it easy, convenient, correct? Why is it easy? Well, it's fast. It's convenient. It's right next door, and there's many of them. They pop up all over the place. They pop up more than Starbucks. If you're familiar with Starbucks, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's unfortunate. And guess what? Because it's easy, because it's convenient, and because there's a lot of them, they can go cheap. And because we don't prepare, we end up having to spend more if we want to do something that's healthy. So we'll end up having to go to a grocery store because we didn't prepare. We have to find things that are healthy, and before we realize it, we're spending double what we probably could have spent at a fast food restaurant. However, if we prepare for it, we actually can save a lot of money. And I know that's sometimes hard to do, but I never said that we don't have to get rid of excuses, because in order for this to work, in order for you to be broke and still be in phenomenal shape, it's going to require you to get rid of excuses. Excuses of, I don't have any money, so I can't get into shape. Everybody who's on this platform knows that there's ways to find workouts. You found my workouts. They were free. So information isn't something you have to pay for these days. So you have that going for you. We live in a technologically advanced world where we really cannot come up with excuses. If you're on the internet, you have the information, you have the knowledge where you could get into better shape. So knowledge, you could scratch that one off the list. It used to be just for the rich because they could obtain riches, or they could obtain knowledge through what they could pay or people they could pay to get it. Now we could get it just basically on the internet for a few bucks, sometimes free on the internet anyway. Basically, as you can see on YouTube, it's free to begin with. Sometimes I think we take that for granted because usually we end up respecting things more when we actually pay for them. But, okay, so we got rid of knowledge. Now what? Personal training costs a lot of money. I can't afford to go to the gym. I don't have access to equipment. I don't have access to fitness things. I don't even have workout clothes or shoes or things like that. Excuses. That's all they are. I don't have much of a heart, and I can't, and let me finish that statement, because I cannot feel sorry for somebody who continues to look for excuses as a way to justify themselves being lazy, because that's exactly what it is. I've been in locations of the world that I didn't have workout clothes. I didn't have workout shoes. I didn't have workout equipment. In fact, there was nothing around that would be considered fitnessy in any level of anybody's imagination. However, There's body weight. You have your body. You have the weight that's in it. You can use things like that. Be creative. And people who are on this platform should know there's body weight exercises that you could do to stay in shape. So that's not an excuse. Does it make it easier? Well, yeah, a rich person could buy the best personal trainer that gets them into a position where they get into better shape because they had somebody to push them. But it just makes it easier. I'm not saying money doesn't make things more convenient, but you still have to have some sort of inner passion, and you have to have some sort of inner drive, and certainly your effort, your sweat, your blood, perhaps even sometimes your tears to get it done. And there's nobody that can do it for us. Money cannot buy it. And if you're starting to notice, you're starting to realize I am not focusing on the rich. I am focusing on the lazy. I don't know if it's you. I hope not. Many of the names I notice, it's not many of you. But somebody's going to come across this video one day, and they're going to feel sorry for themselves, and they're going to, oh, woe is me. I just can't afford it. And then guess what? Yes, you can. If you're watching this video, you found a way to get access to information, so certainly you can afford to get into better shape. My uncle, who's 86 years old, and he's a bodybuilder in fantastic shape, said it best. He said, and he comes from a bodybuilding background, but he said bodybuilding is a poor man's sport. And he comes from a background where he made his own weights. This was coming from an era in his time where weight training was not popular. You were considered somewhat of an aloof loser if you did it. And so he made his own weights, didn't have a lot of money at the time, and did things through what he got from his construction area when he did that to get into better shape. He didn't have excuses. Didn't have a gym membership, but he didn't use that as a reason not to get into better shape. Money can buy a lot of things. And I actually do believe, I'm not going to sit here and say money cannot buy happiness. I think sometimes money can buy happiness. I look at, I've never been to Fiji, but I feel like that's a phenomenal place. I feel like I could be happy there. And that's going to cost money to go there. So I think short-term happiness, money actually can buy. I think what we're looking at isn't what money isn't the short term, though. We're looking at what money can buy for long term, and I would say money cannot buy inner peace. And I don't even know if fitness can, but what I will say about fitness is if you're using fitness to get into better shape, eventually you're going to take it, internalize it in your own soul, and you're going to feel better as a result of that, and you're going to have inner peace because you're not putting your goals off. If nothing else fails, getting into better shape is just a better answer all around. When in doubt, getting into better shape will help your mindset. It helps your psyche. It improves your endorphins. It gets the blood flow going. Dopamine, serotonin, norepinephrine. These are things that create new thoughts, new ideas, and they slam together, and you literally can become a different and better person as a result of that. All from doing a push-up, Jake? Well, it starts with a push-up. Jake, how do I get motivated? I don't know who that was. I don't know where that voice came from, but I'm just coming up with a character, but I hear that all the time. Is there a way that I can get motivated? Yeah. Start doing push-ups. Go do some burpees. Go walk a block. Go walk 2 blocks. Go walk 3 blocks. Go run a mile. Sign up for a race. Get off your butt and do something. That's how you get motivated. I'm not gonna be that guy that wants to be that rah cheerleader. Now, don't get me wrong. I think motivation is fine, but I believe motivation to be through action. It's one of the reasons that I've always been hesitant about doing discussions like this, because I think people will click on here and think that this is the way they're going to get motivated. And then I'm not suggesting we can't get inspired from feeding off of one another's energies and talking and being positive to one another. But what I will say is my true philosophy about motivation is through the things you do. Motivation is an action. You want to get motivated, do something. Somebody else can't do it for you. I can't wave a wand and motivate you to start getting into better shape. You have to do it. How do I get motivated? Do something. That's how it gets done. That's how we get to the next level. The moment we start coming up with excuses and we start paying people thousands of dollars to tell us things so that we could be motivated, that's where we're down the wrong track. You see, it's funny because rich people will do that. Not all of them. I mean, again, people who have a lot of money think that they can throw money at a problem and that's gonna correct the problem. Well, I'll give I don't know who's a motivational speaker, Tony Robbins. Jeez, I had to throw out Tony Robbins, didn't I? Anyways, if you drop $3,000 to go sit in one of Tony Robbins' seminars, he could tell you all the things in the world to motivate you. Guess what? The moment that seminar is over, you still have some sort of action to take. Otherwise, his pointless words were just fruitless in your life, and all that money you just threw away. Fitness is one of those things you can't just throw money at the problem and expect it to go away. You have to do something. And that's what I want to... I'm opening it up. I'm seeing chats flow like the rivers of Babylon. Whatever that means. So we'll go through. We'll start taking comments. And those are people who've actually brought up comments and have asked questions. This isn't really a Q&A. This is more of a discussion. But, you can always stick around for Q&A later on this afternoon. Of course, that is part of the website, unfortunately. If you are out of country, someone brought up something recently that they cannot access the website because they're from a different country. I have a PayPal option where that should be possible. If not, message me and we'll try to figure something out. I know that there are other countries that are having a hard time to translate, but we literally have people from all over the world that are able to join. So I tried to eliminate all the excuses possible where people could join and give them reason to join. Okay. Good to see everybody. It's Boo Tony. I don't know. I heard something about Tony Robbins recently where he opened his mouth, and I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of motivational speakers. If you are, that's great. If it helps you, that's wonderful. I don't know. I've never bought into the Kool-Aid. Don't buy into my Kool-Aid unless there's something that we do that helps, which means this isn't going to be what does it. You're going to go and do one of the workouts, and then I think that we're on to something. That's how I always like to motivate. I like to motivate by working out with you guys. So if you wanted to, if your idea was to be motivated today and somehow you clicked on this and you're like, I got to find something, some sort of energy or fuel to get it in there, click on a very short workout and do it. Just start it. Even go 5 minutes. Hop around 5, 10, 15 minutes. See how you change. See how your thoughts change. See how your energy changes. See how you start to create new thoughts and ideas and ambitions and start to have a different perspective of things that you used to look negatively upon. Fitness will do that for you, but you have to get off your butt in order for that to be successful. So motivate yourself through things that are out there. Seth S., as a personal trainer myself, thanks for being in the business, by the way. It kills me how weight loss surgeons and big pharma companies... Don't get me started about that, Seth. I don't like that, too. I don't know why I'm talking like this. I'll move on. And raking in billions every year while people in the industry are practically starving. Yeah. It is unfortunate. I think every personal trainer has a story when it comes to something like this, where you have people who have literally adopted fitness just to make a buck. I've vented about that before, and I won't even drop her name anymore, but you'll get the idea when I'm like, I don't like to sweat, so this is good for me to spin on my little plastic board. Well, if you don't like to sweat, Toots, you're not going to get into better shape. I'm just saying. And I don't know. I'm sorry she's insulting to women, in my opinion, because there's a lot of women out there and they're in fantastic shape. They sweat. That's sexy. Keep working, guys. It's unfortunate. Here's a pill. Here's a supplement. And this is going to help you, get into better shape. It's a pet peeve. You opened the floodgates in my brain right now, Seth. But you know what? I will pause and keep this positive at this point and say, hey, thanks for being in the industry. Being a personal trainer is a grind. It's rough. It's not always easy. Not everybody. People will look to you and they think that you're the motivator and they think you're the magic wand and you can just whisk some little fairy dust on them and suddenly they're going to have six packs and they're going to be in on covers of magazines and all this. And it's unfortunate because I think a lot of money and a lot of advertising and a lot of people have caused them to buy into these facades. And really, that's not what fitness is about. Not that you can't look good, because people who embrace fitness do look good, but there are other and deeper purposes once you get into it as a lifestyle. Sam! Evil-hearted Sam, but in a good way because we love her. We have to do actual leg work every day. Leg day! Oh, man, it's the best when your legs are hung over the next day, right? Hung over from a leg lower body beatdown. Yeah. Only the fitness people understand that pain. Line Cub's like, and the general populace use those goons, I like that, as an excuse to say fitness and weight loss are scams. Good point. Yeah, fitness is not the scam, unfortunately. But yeah, a lot of diets, a lot of new supposed like fad nutritions, and this is Hollywood's secret. This is how blah, 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 blah got into shape to do the blah, 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 blah movie in 3 weeks. Come on. That's a bunch of crap. Let's move on. Let's see. Ninja Nina. Yes, I'm the same way. I like to be in my zone when I work out. And, most people will. Most people in the fitness community, and I don't want to say industry, I want to say community because that's what this is. People who relate to each other's thoughts, dreams, ambitions, ideas, and goals. We appreciate one another as a result of that, but we still want to go in our own little world that makes it work. And that's what I would say for you. Those of you who are just starting out and you're looking for some sort of purpose, or you're looking for the better facility in the lines of when I say facility, your little world of happiness, right? That's where you find your fitness. Find a place where it's your quiet space, where nobody can bother you, and get it done. Everybody has it. I have people on the website that live in a zoo, so to speak, because they have kids, they have a wife, or they have a husband, and they're going to school, they're going to work for full time, they're cooking, they're cleaning, they're doing everything, and yet they still find time. And if they can find time, you can find time. There is no excuse. Nobody has a 24/7 job. Get up earlier. Don't be lazy. Sometimes people sleep away all their success. Don't do that. If you're going to be successful in fitness, get up early in the morning and do it right away. Worst case, you're going to feel more energetic to start your day, and you might even have time to get a second workout in when you get into better shape. Nothing wrong with that. So just keep that in mind. Find your little happy place. Don't make excuses for that. Seth comes back and he says, a lot of people drop out of my program if they don't like a fitness model after 2 weeks. It's the age of instant gratification. Oh, my goodness. Seth, you and I would get along just fine. I've been in this industry for a long time. And you see the differences of what people expect and what people buy into. One of the things that really ruined the fitness industry, and many of you may not even know the show, but I hate to give it credit, but it's off the air. It's called The Biggest Loser. When The Biggest Loser first came out, people that were like that related to those characters on The Biggest Loser, and that's exactly what they were characters, came into the gym and they expected that type of training, and they expected that type of results. They thought I was going to be some sort of drill sergeant and beat them down 24/7, and they were going to lose 8 to 10 pounds a week. And right away, I would have to sit people down and remind them, look, this is not how fitness is. If you're in this for a long haul. I've always pushed fitness as a lifestyle. It's a lot of times people would look at me when you're in a bigger gym. People tend to look at trainers they want to relate to, and they say, I want that person, I want that girl, because I want to look like her. And it's funny because you don't know what that girl did to get into that shape. And sometimes it's just downright genetics, guys. And be proud of your genetics, but get your genetics in the best shape you possibly can. And be the best version of you, and be proud of you. Unfortunately, that doesn't sell. That doesn't sell bottles off the shelf, whatever supplement crap that's trying to be shoved down your throat. That doesn't sell videos of whatever, program that's 90 days that's going to get you in the best shape of your life is trying to sell. It doesn't sell for the most part and make people money. So you won't hear companies literally talking about it. But then you get some trainer who is like, they'll watch The Biggest Loser and they're like, what do you think about The Biggest Loser? It's so motivating and so exciting. And you get a real trainer like, no, it's crap. It's crap, because that's not how the industry works. We want instant gratification. Seth couldn't have said it better myself. I have a little too much energy today. I haven't had coffee yet, and that usually tapers me. This is water, and I probably should have made it coffee, because then I would have started to whatever energy goes in my brain and in my heart rate, the coffee tends to neutralize it for me. I know people probably think that's garbage, but it is true for me. Sorry I'm talking so fast today. It's weird being on or on YouTube. I almost called it Facebook. Poor Zuckerberg being drilled by all the Senate. Man, are those senators goons. All right, moving on. Let's see. Sam, evil Sam, speaking of personal trainers. And I'm sure a lot of women have come to you, Sam, and said, hey, I want to look like you. What have you done to get into better shape? And it's funny because they want to, and it's fine. You're motivating to them, but at the same time, Sam, you've probably been in fitness most of your life. And so people want that, but it's like you don't know what it took for somebody like Sam to get there. When my clients look at me and call me evil, I know deep down they actually love it. That's why they come back. Exactly. I've always said that, and I've said that with clients. People, I think we even have a T-shirt. I'm not trying to push T-shirts. I'm pretty sure we have a T-shirt because I bought it. I haven't worn it yet. But it's like, Jake, I hate you. This workout sucked. I'll see you tomorrow. And that's when you know you've done something correct, because you gave them the suck of what fitness really is, and they bought into it. And if you can buy into the goodies of all the garbage, the pain and the endurance and the mental beatdown, you know you're going to do very well. And Sam, I would venture to guess you're very good at that. Sam has done several videos on this channel, and she's amazing. If you scroll down, look for her. You're going to find some fantastic workouts, especially if you like kettlebells. Don't ask me. Ask the evil Sam, because her kettlebell workouts are fantastic. All right, moving on. Susanna, but with weight training, I don't sweat too much. Nice to see you again, Jake. That's okay. That's a good point, Susanna. It doesn't matter. You still, the sexy goes both ways, whether you're sweating or whether you are building muscle tone. That goes to another facade that I don't like, where weight training is only for guys. That's a bunch of crap. Weight training, strength training, however you want to look at it, bodybuilding, powerlifting, I don't care what you call it and what you do. It's good for everybody. And it's sexy regardless of who's doing it. And I mean that sincerely. I've been a part of it. Bodybuilding is kind of how I got into fitness. I was really young. Sports got me, I guess, into working out in general. I think I was 6 years old when I started my first sport. But I was 12 years old when I started working out. And it mostly started with bodybuilding, especially 13, 14 teenage years. And then I got really into the profession later on in life. So it's all sexy. You don't have to sweat for it. And if you're not sweating, doesn't mean you're not working. It depends on what you're doing. Oksana, good to see you. It's been a while. Hope you're doing well. Keep working out. You look fantastic from this perspective. I'm sorry you have to look the other way towards me. Ninja Nina, 5 a.m. before the kids wake up for me. Did you hear that? Did you read that from Ninja Nina? 5 a.m. before the kids wake up for me. Yes, full-time, stay-at-home mom, and that is only time I can work out. Those of you who think that staying at home is not a job, try it. I don't even have to try it. I just have to go visit my sister. She's got like 5 kids, 27 dogs, 3 or 4 cats, a bunch of fish. She got a husband. She cooks for everybody. It's a zoo. I don't know. You don't have 24 dogs, but it's a zoo in there. And she gets it done. I'm tired 2 hours into it. I'm ready to go take a nap. And I'm usually not that guy who takes a nap. But the energies that are sucked out of you, a lot of respect. You guys are amazing. 3:30 a.m. for me. AQ Chino, you destroy that Pura Vida lifestyle that I always there's this mindset of Costa Rican sleeping late. Look at that, 3:30 a.m. Gets up, works out, probably goes surfing. I'll bet you do that to go surfing, don't you, bud? Costa Rican warrior. Love it. When you're living in a place like Costa Rica, you don't need money, my friend. You got Costa Rica. It centers you and really does make you more creative. And that's probably talking about fitness. Rich is talking about fitness, and it really does. A lot of times, some of my best thoughts, some of my best ideas, whether it comes to video or it comes to new workouts or just new ideas, have been when I was actually going on a long run, a long hike, or some sort of workout. A lot of times it's been running. Running tends to really spark my mind, and you're thinking, you have nothing else to do but to think while you're actually doing some sort of exercise. So if you get writer's block, if you're a writer, or if you have some sort of creator block, go for a run. That's where I have some of my best ideas. How can I wake up earlier? It's really hard, and I can't do it at all. You set an alarm clock, very loud, and don't hit the snooze button ever. And do it for 6 weeks. I'm serious. Get up, make it the most annoying thing, and make sure it wakes you up. And don't hit the snooze. Get up immediately. Get your body into the habit of getting up. I don't even use an alarm clock anymore because I've done it for so long. And I think there's a lot of people, I don't think I'm an anomaly. I think a lot of people are like that. They've come into a position where it's like they're so used to getting up that, you know, their body just knows when to wake up. Another thing I will also say, Susanna, is get your clothes ready, get your day all set the night before, because then you know exactly where you need to go. Like have an agenda. Like I'm going to wake up and then immediately, my case is I'm going to wake up and I'm going to eat right away. I eat as soon as I wake up. Because I eat again after I work out, and then I eat again before. I mean, I eat a lot. So, but the point is I know exactly where I'm going to go the moment I wake up. Don't make it such a way as like, oh, I got time. I'm just going to roll around and I got stuff to do, my, iron this or whatever. Have it all ready. And then have an agenda when you wake up of where to go. My first, some people like to go take a shower right away. That wakes them up even better. Me, I go right to the food. That tends to wake me up just fine. Even if you're half asleep, keep eating. You wake up eventually. Be diligent on not hitting that snooze button. It is the killer of getting you actually up. Paula, wonderful to see Paula as always. I can't do AM workouts, but I go right from work to the gym. I could vouch for that because I always see her posts, and she is Miss Consistency at its finest. If you ever seen her, she has phenomenal form, does phenomenal push-ups, could have had all the excuses in the world. Paula, you know this. I'm not trying to embarrass you, but you don't make excuses, and that's the idea. You do what you can. You do the best you can. She's been on video. It's one of the reasons why I have a pretty good, accurate depiction of who she is, because she's proven herself, and she comes on video, and in spite of any other inconsistency or in spite of any other excuse that she could have, she don't use it. Good for you, Paula. Petra, I can't do it so early before work. That is why I work out after work, after 7 p.m. So there you go. People who want to get in this mindset where it's like it's not healthy to work out at a certain time, I'm not going to ever say that. Have there been studies that it's probably harder on your heart rate, that you could have problems? Perhaps. But my response is you're better off to get a workout in than not at all. And I disagree that it's unhealthy for you to work out at night. And good for you, Petra. You're not finding an excuse. It's really hard to work out after work too, by the way. I did it for years. And once you get your body into that habit, basically, it's just that simple of doing it, it becomes easier and becomes second nature. It's like, wait, I didn't get a workout in. No, that ain't happening. And you're missing something when you get into that. Maybe Seth would do a spotlight for us. I'll do all the editing. There you go, Seth. If you're still on the platform, Rich the Wizard has just reached out and asked you to do a platform, do a spotlight, and you might be familiar with it. We've had other personal trainers and just fitness people in general, do workout videos. Feel free to do it. You basically don't need a lot of fancy equipment. You just get something with a good stand where it keeps nice stationary, good lighting, and don't move the camera around. Keep it nice and still. Get a workout in. You'd be surprised on how good it'll be for you. Give it a shot. Reach out to Rich at relentlessfit365.com. You don't have to be tech savvy at all. Rich will do all the editing. He's done a great job with that anyway. We've had numerous people do it. The Relentless Lemon has done it. Evil Sam has done it. We've had Kat has done it. AQ Chino does his own challenge. Everybody knows the poet. The list goes on, I believe. I think there's more. I'm sorry I missed it because people it inspires them to want to get into better shape, and as a result, people do such a great job. Let's see, scrolling down. I'm missing a lot of comments. I'm on board, says Seth. Fantastic. Seth, again, Rich at RelentlessFit365.com. Chat with him. He'll tell you the best way to set things up. You might already be familiar with video. If you are, that just makes it easier on him. And you can do whatever workout you want to do. We ask you to make it about 10 minutes or longer. Try not to go less than 10 minutes, but at least 10 minutes. If you want to go an hour, go ahead. Do your best version of your workout, and you'd be surprised on how good you'll you'll see how good it is for you and how motivating it will be for your clients, because it's like, hey, I did a workout video. That's going to be homework for you. That's what I used to do in the past. I used to tell people to do, oh, what do I do when I go out of town? Oh, yeah, by the way, Seth, when people are asking you for workout programs, I'd recommend videos, because you know as well as I know that your clients, unless they've done it for a while and know you very well, are not going to stick to the tempo that you do. But if you give a workout video, they have to follow your tempo. So don't overkill the workout, but give it in such a tempo where you know that they're basically keeping pace and they're going to do it the right way. Plus, you don't have to write out programs. I used to hate writing programs out. Oh, give me a program. I want a special program. Watch the videos. There's your program. My YouTube channel basically started off as laziness because I didn't want to do programs anymore. And look, see, Seth, everybody's already reaching out and saying they're looking forward to seeing your workout video. Now you're committed, bud. Susanna works out in the evening too. Let's see. That's fantastic. Muchísimas gracias, noted Jake and Lion Cub. Absolutely, Susanna. Keep up the good work. Simply Kate says, I wake up instinctively too. And, you know, Simply Kate's another one. You know, she's a very busy person. I know she does a lot of things, so people probably think she plays on the internet all day, which she might, but I also will add, she's Hollywood for a reason. Her and her husband both are reality television stars, so they have to work on that. There's a lot of back and behind the scenes they do with that. They have their own business. They're always on the grind, and yet she's still in shape. That's the point. No excuses. Don't make them. And, you know, maybe Hollywood can buy whatever she wants, and that's cool. But she still has to do burpees, don't you? Don't you, Relentless Lemon? Robbie would probably pay somebody to do burpees for him if he could. But that's what I love about Robbie, because he gets it done himself, and he's a stud. I have a man crush on Robbie. Look at Teresa's looking forward to your video. See? Uh-oh, you're on. You're committed. Yep, exactly what Relentless Lemon said. The evening workout crew. Yeah, and speaking of evenings, you know, we're doing the workout later on today at 12:30 a.m. or p.m., not a.m. That would be insane, although that's not a bad idea. Simply Kate, I almost missed this one, says alarm clock should be on the other side of the room. That used to be a trick for me. But also, don't be the guy who goes over, clicks the alarm clock on the snooze and goes right back to bed. Because I've done that before. This was back in the past when I was in my teenage years and just couldn't wake up to save my life. And then I joined the military, and then I never slept again. Sam's like, I'll take Costa Rica right about now. I pretty much say that every day. Moving on, scrolling down. Everyone's just sending a bunch of little... Paula, you're something. So it is interesting being on the YouTube platform and just seeing, but I still, as much as it is, I'm trying to still, I didn't even see this, Kate. Morning, Jakey Poo. We call her the Relentless Lemon for a reason. Jake, don't forget your vlogs when you have time, of course. Susanna. Okay, so I knew the vlogs would come up today, and I was prepared to answer this question. So the vlogs are going to be coming back. I talked about this on my other platform on the website, but let me use this as an opportunity to get into that now, and we'll close out with a few things I want to talk about as far as whether you have riches or whether you don't have riches and how you can get into shape. But spinning off on a side note on the vlogs, Susanna, thank you for asking that. The vlogs will be coming back, but it will be in some time. Rich and I are working on some new ideas, and don't expect the traditional of what I used to. That's going to change a little bit. It's also not going to be as consistent as it was, only because we're putting more work into them. So it will not be on the daily. I think originally when I thought about bringing the vlogs back, I mentioned that I was going to do them Monday through Wednesday, and then stop from there. I'm not even going to stick to that schedule. I know it seems like I'm going back on my word, but I'm only doing that as a result of I feel like the results are going to be better for this platform to stick to the new ideas of like vlogging or however you want to call it. And I'm kind of looking forward to the way this is going to go. There's so many vlogs out there. There's so many vlogging techniques and styles out there. I'm starting to think that there needs to be some changes on our end. Not simply to be different, but simply because I find it to be tired. And that's not a bad thing. I think, not tired, but if a lot of people are doing it, I think that's okay. But at the same time, I find it harder for me to tap into the creative side that we want to go as a result of that, because I feel like I can predict most vlogs these days. And I don't want ours to be predictable. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But Susanna, I have not forgot about the vlogs. It is a very main topic of discussion this weekend with Rich and myself when we sit down, we have our own meetings. And at the same time, it's been a constant chatter back and forth every day about what we're doing and what we're working on. So there's projects involved. And that's what I'll say about that. So expect it soon. I'm not going to give you a deadline right now because I don't have one. But, in time. It sometime this year, but I know that's a huge mark. But they will be coming back. Scrolling down. Okay, but they will be on the other platform, right? Or here too. So they will not be on the website. They will be on YouTube. They might be on the other platform of Vimeo. We haven't decided how we're going to do that. We might split things up. We actually don't. I can't answer that. But what I will answer is that this, when they come back, it's for the public in general. It's not for the website. We might put them on the website as a link or as some sort of embedded feature, but everybody will have access to them. That was kind of the point. Good question, because probably most people assume I'm taking everything off of this platform, and I'm going to clear that up too. People mean well and they're sending messages, but don't assume I'm shutting this channel down. We wouldn't keep posting videos if that were the case. So understand that. Avia, I think it is. I never lost muscle mass while throwing in cardio either, hiking every day. Yeah, that's a facade. That's fake. Cardio is not going to cause you to burn muscle if you do it right. Just take in more calories. I have never lost muscle mass either, and this is coming from Avia, but there is so much controversy surrounding that. It's very important to be in nitrogen positive, not negative to build muscle. Yeah, absolutely. And I must have missed Avia's question as it was being answered up there, so I appreciate it. Jake, I have a question on the top. I'm sorry, Avia. I'm scrolling up there. I got pieces of it, like a puzzle piece, Avia. That's how it's done these days. I piece it together. How many days would you say cardio is necessary? Could you lose muscle mass by doing a little every day? No, you cannot. I could argue that I have some sort of cardio almost every day. I don't lose muscle mass. I was doing 120 miles a week in some points, running, hiking. When I was doing ultra races, I was the same size as I am now. I increased my calories, of course, but I still did strength training, still did bodybuilding style stuff and powerlifting. So I never got weaker. I never lost muscle mass. In fact, I was just in even better shape. You're gonna lose some body weight sometimes. My body fat went down, but not to a dangerous level, with the exception of 2 years ago where Rich and I were doing a lot of cardio. I was doing a lot of strength training. I was working out sometimes 3 times a week, or no, 3 times a day. I was swimming, I was running, I was strength training, and I was doing that every day. My body fat got about 4.5%, and that's the last time I checked it. It must have been lower than that, and I got dehydrated. I had a low sodium count, And you just have to be careful to, that was one case where it's like, okay, I overtrained. Sometimes you have to push the envelope a little too far to know that you overtrained. And you guys know me, I'm usually not a big believer in overtraining. I think most people are just worried about like getting tired or whatever. I don't think there's often overtraining. I think there's mistraining. I overtrained. When it comes to something like that, you can overdo it, and I overdid it. But other than that, you could certainly do cardio, and you can certainly continue keeping your muscle gains. You're doing fantastic. I mean, obviously you look great. Don't worry, that's not going to go away. Don't be afraid to increase your calories would be all I would say about that. Curls are for girls too. My uncle used to say curls before girls, but I like that one. Weights before dates. Oh, man. Let's see. Let's go back down. Okay, where are we at? Let's see. Sam said something. Agree with you on the cardio. Do a little every day, and you've seen my arms. Yeah, come on. Who doesn't want Sam's arms? Those triceps, though. Wow. Fantastic. Amazing. We have some good-looking people on this platform. And I don't mean that in a superficial way because everybody has a good attitude, but maybe that as a result of that, you guys look even better to me. I don't know. But I'll see pictures. I'm like, man, alive. How come these people aren't models? I don't know. Maybe because there's more important things in life. But you could be, is what I'm saying. Let's see. Perfect, Jake. Gracias. Hasta luego. Besos a todos. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you later as well. Thanks for joining in, Susanna. It's always great to see you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on the platform. Lion Cub is on the clock. Pretty much. I want to help answer questions. I suddenly like foam rolling now. I wonder why. Oh, man. Kate means well. It's not what you guys think. It's an inside joke, and Kate is hilarious. Foam rolling is good, though, and I'm sure she still likes foam rolling nevertheless. Oh, man. I got no words, Kate. You threw me totally off my game. If I were on a game, I'm off of it now. Lion Cub doing work all the way over in Pennsylvania. She'll be here soon. She'll be helping us out, and it will make some of these questions flow a little bit easier. However, on Fridays, I'll probably still answer questions and things of that nature. I'm just really excited to see you guys from YouTube jumping on board, and I'm looking forward to that. Kate, if you can do foam rolling, then I should give it a try. That's right, Ninja Nina, give it a try. It's good for you. Kate found a good way to bring attention to foam rolling and perhaps cause everybody to at least look at it a little differently. Hopefully near my birthday. Oh, that's awesome. Feliz cumpleaños. And I'll also say Feliz Navidad because I've said that before on people's birthday because I'm a tool. Adios. Adios. Hasta luego. Hasta la vista. So there it is, guys. Rich people cannot buy this, and that is the answer. They cannot buy push-ups. If you have money, you know this. You cannot replace pain, and you cannot just throw money at a problem and expect it to go away when it comes to the fitness community. You cannot buy workouts and sit on the couch, and it could be done for you. And essentially, you cannot hire out help to get you into better shape without you having to do something yourself. And that's the idea. I got to be honest, being the richest man in the cemetery doesn't matter to me. Coming from somebody like Steve Jobs should have some sort of impact on you on trying to keep a healthier lifestyle. We're all going to die someday, but we might as well do the things that we can to be the best version of ourselves, so that we can appreciate whatever comes to us. Money's not bad. Having riches is not bad. Being able to buy things can actually make me happy. So I don't buy into this. Money doesn't buy happiness. It kind of does, but it doesn't buy peace, and it doesn't buy peace of mind. You can have money and still not be at peace. There's a lot of people who have a lot of money, they're not at peace, and I think they're searching for the wrong things in life. And I'm not saying fitness is the know-all, be-all. It's not. But it gives you some of that peace. You have to find in yourself where that other peace is at, but it's not going to be in your bank account. It's only going to cause you to rest a little easier because you know it's there. But I will say this, lots of money without inner peace is basically like dying of thirst while bathing in the ocean, because you can't drink ocean water, and yet it's water, but it's no good to you. And just like money, if you don't have inner peace, it means nothing to you because you still have this unquenchable desire for that inner peace. You have to keep searching for it, and that's okay. Keep searching for that inner peace. Find some of it in fitness. Find the rest of it in something else, but you have to keep searching. It has to take energy and effort and creativity from your brain, your heart, your soul. And that's the idea. And keep this in mind too. It costs $0 to be a decent human being. You don't have to be rich. In fact, sometimes money without brains can be very dangerous. Napoleon Hill said that. If you're familiar with Napoleon Hill, he wrote a book called Think and Grow Rich. I think it was back in the 30s, and still popular today. Money is not the know-all, be-all. Fitness isn't the know-all, be-all, but it'll help you get new thoughts and ideas to get you closer to that purpose. Not to be too deep and dramatic on a Friday, because in the meantime, have some fun. Everyone on the Facebook page would mind PMing me your birthdays. I am making a calendar. I am Cambria K. Lion Cub, thank you so much. That is fantastic. And if you did not read that, I just caught it, and I'm glad I did. Lion Cub says, anybody on the Facebook page, please personal message her the birthday. We actually like to keep track of birthdays. We do birthday workouts. We do birthday challenges. And it's our way of basically acknowledging the fact that you're trying to stay healthy regardless of the years piling up. There's going to be years, but the years don't have to take away your life. You could actually have healthier years in your back end of your life than you did in the front end if you're aware of like things you need to do, and you're happier as a result of that in a good way. Thank you, Lion Cub. Again, on the job, working already. Yeah, always looking for new ideas and suggestions. Nina, best example of happiness, watch kids. They find happiness in the boxes that the toys come in more than the expensive toy. We should be more like kids. I used to love boxes as a kid. You can hide in them. You make forts out of them. There's a lot of truth to that. Kids don't know status. They don't know fancy. They don't know money. They don't know. To them, a toy is something they can have fun with. And yeah, they tend to find ways to have fun in some of the weirdest places. Let's see. Talking about nutrition and fitness, you guys can keep exchanging that. That's fun. That's awesome. Redheaded Relentless Warrior said, I sent the PM Lion Cub. I put my birth year on there too, since we are always used to our age in the workout. Yeah, nothing wrong with ages around here. We're all getting older. We all should be proud of our ages. And I honestly think in the fitness community, the older you get, the more proud you should be, because you're in fantastic shape and people are like, oh, they must be in their 20s or 30s. And it's like, nope. That's kind of cool that you can pull that off. There is no fountain of youth, but if there is a close relation to the fountain of youth, it's fitness, because you're working your engine, your heart rate, and fitness keeps your skin tighter. It keeps anything from sagging as much. I mean, we're eventually all going to get old nevertheless, but fitness does do a good job in making sure that prolongs a little bit better. I mean, we can work out and stay healthy and we're still going to die, but we might as well be a little bit more comfortable in the process of doing it, enjoy the days a little bit more, as opposed to just being some sloth that lays around and does nothing. Not to knock sloths. I love sloths. I got all those sloths back there, but they do their job. We can't do their job. They're built for being a sloth. We are not. So there's a difference to that. Simply Kate says, I feel 25, not 47. I believe that sincerely. I'll be 40 this year. And the interesting thing about that is I don't feel any different than when I was 25. I'm actually doing the same things. I'm not bragging, but fitness has been a part of my life, again, all of my life. And so I don't know anything different other than to continue to improve fitness levels. People have always told me, oh, when you get my age, you're going to just wait, because I remember when I was like you. No, you don't. It's never happened. Like, that's not happened because I never stopped. And so all the kids out there that are watching this, understand that. I'm going to be that guy that tells you you're going to continue to improve. Will you reach an age where things are different? Yeah, perhaps. I've been through injuries, and I thought, well, maybe it was old age, and fitness got me through it. So I can't even say it's old age. Perhaps that will come someday, and I know it will. We all tend to, decay and eventually die. But I haven't seen the downturn yet. And when I do, I'll tell you guys. But it doesn't mean I'm going to quit working out. Phew, that would not work for me. So I truly believe that about what Kate has mentioned. And, I think a lot of people probably feel the same way in fitness. It's like, yeah, I remember when I was that age. Honestly, if you put me up against my 25-year-old, I might have been a little stronger, but I wouldn't have been as well versed. I feel like all-around fitness is way better for me. I certainly can do more pull-ups. I certainly have a better all-around fitness level. So there've been nothing but improvements as a fitness. Again, it's not a bragging thing. If it's bragging about anything, it's bragging about the effects of just pushing out hard work and making it a lifestyle. So thanks for bringing it up, Kate, because I totally relate. Totally relate to Kate. I'm scrolling down here. Where are we at? Teresa, yeah, I feel better, healthier, stronger than I ever have before. I'm 38, better than high school and college, way more fit now. And if you've seen the redheaded relentless warrior, dedication is an understatement, and that's most people on this platform. So some people would probably say, oh, he's just saying that, but no. I've seen a lot of you. I keep track of all the names. I know everybody who's on the platform. And I focus on that, and people who leave comments tend to get more attention because I can relate to what you're doing more. The redheaded relentless warrior is one of them, and dedication. I believe it. I believe your hard work is paying off, and you probably don't feel 38 at all. What irks me, and kids, if you're in your early 20s or teens, walk with your shoulders back, your chest out, your chin up, and walk with a purpose. I'm sorry, I don't mean to sound like a grumpy old man, but walk like you have somewhere to go. There is nothing more discouraging to people when they have to look at somebody who's got such youth and they squander it with just a bad perspective of life. You don't have the years yet to be bitter and drag your feet and put your head down and be depressed. Throw your shoulders back, get your chest out, throw your chin up. You're stronger than that. You have youth going on your side. Be happy with life. I'm not trying to be preachy to the teenagers and the younger people, but one thing I was always beat down as a kid was when I started feeling sorry for myself, and some adult older than me would smack me around and tell me to wake up. And it was some of the best things that happened to me. We're going to have him on this platform. It's going to be Coach Morgenthaler, a coach of mine when I was in high school. And he was one of those people where it's like, if he saw one of his wrestlers with a bad attitude, whoa, he would stop you in the hallway and he would say, what's going on? What's your deal? Smile. What's going on? You think things are okay? You're not healthy? He would want to know. He would get to the bottom of the health of his wrestlers. We were forced to have a good attitude. We better be shuffling our feet in the hallways. We better be getting to class and walking with a purpose. And I know that at a certain age, you don't always understand that, and I get it. And I know that I don't understand what you're going through as well. Technology is different for teenagers and kids of younger ages, younger than teenage years these days. When I was growing up, I understand that, but at the same time, it doesn't mean that some of the traditional customs and courtesies and the traditional tactics of attacking life the way you should don't still work. They do. And there's nothing wrong with, if the internet is ruining you, shut it off. Our generation survived without the internet, so can yours. I'm only suggesting that if that's what's keeping you down, don't let it do it. Walk with a purpose. I don't know why I got on that tangent, but had to say it for some reason. Nina says, I lost track of my age once I hit 30. Was that 8 years ago? Nina, there's no way you're 38. Are you serious? I kid you not. I thought you were like 20 or 24 or something. How old? Your sister's younger than you. That's interesting. I didn't know. I honestly thought you were a lot younger than that. Sam, I'll be 40. Sam will be 42. I feel like I'm 25. You also look like you're 25. I kid you not. If you guys don't believe me, go check out her videos. Scrolling down, I opened up a can of stuff. I don't know what I'm talking about. Petra, I skipped some comments. I'm really sorry. I missed the main talk. Oh, hold on. Emmalita says, I missed the main talk, but I guess the gist was that you can't buy health, more or less. Yeah, pretty much. You can't buy reps. You can't buy push-ups. So true. People want to make it the easy way out and want to make excuses for themselves, and that can't be better said. That's perfectly said. Paprika's in the house. Best shape of my life, and I feel amazing. Believe it or not, Paprika is 45. Everyone see proud of their ages, and that makes me happy too. Dad Lad has been around for a while. By the way, thanks for bringing that up. Simply amazing, Kate. I saw Dad Lad's comment and didn't mean to scroll past it. Dad Lad, thanks for joining in. Good to see you once again. Hope you're doing well. 11 years of love, AQ Chino. Dedication. I like this group because everyone is very open about their progress and also talking about what's going on. Everyone here has their trials and hardships, but you get it done. And that goes to be said also with you as well, Emmalita, and that's why you guys fit in. Dad Lad, I am a fan from India, and thank you for all. We have a very high following in India, especially on YouTube. So thank you guys, all the beautiful people in India. Thanks for joining in. Dad Lad, I see you all over the place all the time, and you've been very dedicated. Hope you're just as dedicated in your fitness, and it seems like you are. So keep up the good work. Petra, I don't feel 54. You don't look 54, Petra. I'm so much stronger now. 5 years ago, I couldn't do push-ups, and now I can do 50 in a row. I could vouch for that. I've seen her videos. 5 years ago, I started with fitness and lost 15 kilograms. Amazing. That's like, 35 pounds? Something like that in our American screwed up version. That's a lot. Good for you. And it's all fitness. If you look at Petra, she's in fantastic shape. She does not look 50. And she's not 50. She's 54. She certainly doesn't look 50 either. Emma, mid-20s. Okay, Emmalita, that's Nina's sister. Mid-20s here. I can appreciate what you're saying. I just thought she was younger, so I took Emmalita as like early 20s. I thought Ninja Nina was like, I don't know, 25, 26. I don't really focus on age clearly, but at the same time, that's impressive. Some people just do a good job and staying fit. Scrolling down. I look forward to the coach. That's Avia. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well. Those of you who are looking into watching that, it will be on Facebook. It will be for everybody in the public. We might stream on more than one social media platform. I haven't decided on how we're going to do that yet, but we probably will. And that is going to be May 25th, which is going to be on a Friday. So it's about, 4 weeks from now? 6 weeks from now, something like that. 6 weeks maybe. We have an agreement. He's going to be coming at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. So it'll be Friday afternoon. That's the best time that works for his schedule, and I wanted to go around his schedule. We're going to dive into his life. We're going to dive into like my experience with him and his work ethic and his philosophies, where he got them. He's a fantastic guy. I cannot wait for you guys to meet him. He's been a huge supporter on this platform. He's also a huge supporter of the community. And those of you who are not a part of the community, but you are a part of Facebook, join the community at Relentless Fit 365 group. Ask to join. I will accept you. Be a part of it. All I ask is that you try to keep things positive. Don't be judgmental of others. You can be judgmental of yourself, but make sure you're positive towards yourself as well. I know we all want to criticize who we are, but we're only doing that because we want to make ourselves better. But don't do it so much to the point where it ends up bringing you down. I don't like that either. I joke about myself all the time, but it's not because I'm trying to beat myself up. It's because I'm trying to be better or just be funny. And that's okay. Make it on your account, not somebody else's. We have a great community. Nobody is judgmental. Everybody welcomes each other. We will stick together. If somebody outside of the community tries to infiltrate and be ridiculous, we will scratch and claw and bite and thrash them like a honey badger does. Because that's how we roll. So that's what's up. All right. Emelita, my husband and I are living paycheck to paycheck right now, and it's definitely so easy to get bogged down. Oh, man. You know, it's the American dream, right? Everyone talks about the American dream. And the only reason I bring that up is that's my country. I've been in other countries, and people just assume all of us live in a rich lifestyle. And we have luxuries, we have riches, we have things that other people don't have. Just like, you know, if you look at, you know, another location, you will appreciate some things, and then you will say, wow, I'm glad things aren't like that for me. The same is true. You know, the same is true here. You know, people work hard in this country. People work hard in every country. What I always appreciate is going to countries that have physically less, and their smiles are bigger. That says something that, you know, we could take notes on. But I understand how it is to grind it out and work paycheck to paycheck, and to worry about rent, to worry about bills, to worry about making it the next month, and wondering how you made it the month before. It's like somebody's out looking out, because how does it happen? And I know a little bit about that. And I also know about your work ethic. Things will bounce back. People who work hard and are dedicated and are creative and are passionate and ambitious don't stay down forever. So you guys keep up the good work. And she's one that I will say that she gave up Sabrina from Hulu to join Relentless Fit. I don't know if she wanted me to say that, but I was always proud of that. Only because it says a lot about her character, her work ethic, and the beauty of this community. I took that as a compliment to all of you guys, because she felt like she was a part of something. And to be a part of something, there has to be a core nucleus. We have that nucleus. Everybody's welcome, and everybody has found a place there. I mean that sincerely. If you have not found a place there, you have not worked hard enough. You have not invested enough. You have not invested yourself. You have not invested in other people, and it's your fault. And I'm only saying that because I know how great the community is. Has nothing to do with me. It's just other people looking towards the same things that I was going after, and that says something. I missed some comments, but we got to close out. So I really apologize. I got to read this, though. Afia, I just turned 40. I lost 60 pounds after having my daughter by working out and eating right. And if you know Avia, she is on another level. Her strength, her endurance, she does the workouts. She looks absolutely fantastic. She's motivating. She's inspiring. Yeah, this whole facade of women being weak. Look at somebody like Avia and the rest of the Relentless Warriors, and you will see that's not the case. Not at all. Emma, I know how you feel. Been there, done that. There are things where money can be saved. Take a serious account of your monthly expenses and see where you can cut. It can be done. And that's coming from Mrs. Hollywood. She knows how to get it done. She does. And she likes lemons. I must have been the twin that ate everything in the womb. I don't know what that was. It sounded funny, though. Let's see. Last one, Kate's talking. We did an episode of TV show called Burn My Mortgage. There are some awesome tips on there for saving money. Check it out on YouTube. We were episode 13 or 14. So there it is. Simply Amazing Kate. If you're not familiar, like I said, she does reality television. One of her episodes was Burn My Mortgage, and episode 13 or 14. That's probably a good one. I'll have to check that one out. I might have seen that one. I don't know. Maybe I'm partial, but I don't think I am, because there's a few characters on there that I'm just like, what? But I will say Kate and Robbie are just fun to watch them banter back and forth, and how others react to them. There's always a character that brings out the energy in others, and I think they do that on the show, which is why they're so charismatic here on this platform. So please check her out. I'm a huge fan of them. Scrolling down. All right, guys, we've been here. We've been on this platform a lot longer than I anticipated today, but I know it's been a while. Since I've gone live here on YouTube on this platform. So I appreciate your comments. I appreciate your participation and the questions involving whether it be fitness, whether it be nutrition, whether it be just lifestyle in general. I think a healthy lifestyle also goes down to making healthy decisions. Healthy decisions will also help you in your fitness gains. When you have a lot of stress, when you have a lot bogging you down, at some point, it's going to affect your fitness as well. So making good decisions in life certainly will help your fitness gains too. And no matter what's in your bank account, no matter how much money you obtain in life, if you keep fitness out of it, you are going to be out of shape. And those people who are unhappy will often look in the mirror and they will see their lack of fitness because they have not pushed themselves to other means. And trust me when I tell you, if you can be disciplined in your finances, you can be disciplined in fitness. It's the same thing. Oh, and one thing I forgot, and Kate just reminded me, the show is called Lost and Sold. I should have said that. I guess I shouldn't have assumed that everybody knew that. But Kate was on a reality television show called Lost and Sold. And let me scroll back up. And the show episode was called Burn My Mortgage. Oh, and by the way, Lion Cub, thanks for reminding me. Happy Friday the 13th. I'm sorry. There it is, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys this afternoon. If you are not a part of the Relentless Warrior group on Facebook, make sure you check it out. I left it in the link below. Also, if you want to see the daily 6 days a week live workouts along with discussions and along with other things and programs and nutrition and tips and things of that nature, you could join the website for $9.99 a month, and that's also in the link below. Looking forward to seeing you guys there because we have some fun. I play copyrighted music. We get to do things on that platform that we can't necessarily do on this one, but this is still a blast too, and it's good to see you guys. Thanks for watching. Always remember, eat healthy, train hard, most especially have fun. As I knock everything over, you remember to stay focused. This is why we break so much stuff, right, Rich? Let's put that back up. What's our budget like for tech this month, Rich? Are we over or under? We're over? Okay. I'll try not to break this. Where was I? You remember to stay focused, stay dedicated, and I'll see your beautiful faces later this afternoon or tomorrow. But you guys have yourself a good, happy Friday the 13th and good weekend. And I'm out.